Because we are having some indications, somebody once said that it's not an election, that we should stop covering. So we want to categorize, since you are our voices in various agencies, we want to hear from you. Should journalists stop covering the protest? That's number one question. Number two, the police said they arrested over something protesters. 681, but the organizers are saying they are over 1,000. So we want to know how, as the police profiled the arrested protesters, and where are the ones that have been profiled, where will they be charged to court? The last one is about the Russian flag. In northern region, we've seen protesters waving northern flags. We want to know, is the Russian flag. We want to know what the security agencies are doing to intervene in this situation. Particularly that this is becoming a growing because it's giving us concern, because they were actually calling for the intervention of Putin to come and intervene in a country that has a president that. So we want to know whether the agencies are taking it with big glove and whether you are not doing anything on that as a matter of fact. Thank you very much.
Covering the protest, and that the DSS, you suspected that the DSS shot at you. Luckily, you are a journalist, and I know as a journalist, you're also an investigative one. You interrogate issues and you get answers, particularly in the elementary questions or elementary journalism, the W and H questions: who, where, when, how, and all of that. You haven't presented all of this. It is not good to just make conclusions, and very hasty ones. That someone is in a mufti does not make that person a DSS personnel. On the 25th of July, we made a very thorough press statement, and we said particularly that information available to us showed that some persons and groups were very determined to infiltrate the planned protest, and that it would not be good for citizens to go about the protest the way they had planned it. Fortunately, or coincidentally, one of the counsels to the protesters, Mr. Olu Adeboruwa, son, has also come to say that he expressed his regrets, that he stood in favor of the protest, and he was calling out the people to come back. And but when you have losing the dog, bringing it back may be very difficult. The dog does not know the owner. This is an analogy. Sometimes it's easy to start some of these things, to put the light or the fire, but extinguishing it becomes very difficult. And that reminds me about J.P. Clark's poem, The Casualties. Casualties are not only those who are wounded, though they are well out of it, but definitely in the times of war and all of that, they are also, you may be in your house during war, but you are not at peace because stray bullets can also hit you. So the DSS, to be specific, has not in any way infringed or gagged the media or members of the public who are protesting. What we have done is to ensure passage of safe corridors for people, work with citizens and stakeholders to ensure that there is peace, while still urging all persons who are aggrieved to sheath their sword and see the reasons to be peaceful. There is an ongoing protest in UK. The Prime Minister of UK has specifically said there will be consequences. Yes, he said the fact that people are protesting over things does not mean that you use the opportunity of the protest to become criminal. And that is what we have seen. People vandalizing public infrastructure, people, nobody is saying that the media should not do its work, but the media should be careful about how they slant stories. Some miscreants, not protesters this time, in Kanu, were going to vandalize places and had confrontations with security agencies, the army, the police, and others who tried to stop them from attacking members of the public, vandalizing shops, and all of that. And the media said the military and the police and DSS were attacking protesters. It's not proper. The way we tell the stories, some persons, some media agencies were giving focus to the protest and the destruction that that is coming from it, as if all the protesters needed would be such publicity and such oxygen of information spread. No, but we can apply restraint. If the protester, especially the ones who have taken laws into their hands, know that you are not giving them the kind of pride of place you are giving them on your platforms, they will have a rethink and they will not be on the street. So we are working with all stakeholders to be sure that there is no breakdown of law and order. And specifically, the President has said in his address yesterday that, the young people should not let some persons deceive them about their country. And again, the security agencies must, in line with global best practices and protocols, discharge their responsibilities. And that we must do. So, gentlemen, we need your support. We need every hands on deck to have peace in our land. We are practicing our careers and our jobs because there is peace. If there is a breakdown of law and order, we won't be seated here. Ask Somalia, ask Sudan, ask Yemen, ask Gaza, ask Ukraine. That we must build peace and lasting one for our nation is something every one of us must do. And next time, Punch, if you feel you say people came to attack, establish their identity properly. And that is a confusion in the whole thing. And we'll investigate some of these things, whether it is our staff, it cannot be. That one is ruled out. I can tell you no SSS person will shoot at a journalist or even shoot at people, except where and when it is appropriate for the deployment of such force. If life, your own, or any Nigerian citizen's life is under threat, then such maximum force can be applied, but not in the instance you have mentioned, no. But we will also investigate the issues you have raised. Thank you very much.